for 5 minutes.
Mr. Chairman, thank you, and thank you all for being here. 2 months ago, in the immediate aftermath of the Christchurch incident, we sent out a letter to you all asking how much money are you spending on counterterror screening, and how many people do you have allocated to it? And we've had interesting conversations over those ensuing months, and the three basic problems that you have brought to me are that, one, that oversimplifies it because there's also an AI component to this. Well, yesterday we did a hearing that showed AI alone cannot solve this, impossible, and not into the future. You all agree with that. The second thing, though, that you have all said to me is that this is a collective action problem. We're all in this together, and we have the GIF CT. So I've got some very basic questions about the GIF CT. I'd appreciate if you could just immediately answer yes or no, and then we can get into the details. First question, does the GIF CT have any full-time employees? Ms. Pickard.
At each of our companies.
Does the GIF CT have a full-time employee dedicated to it to run it?
No, we have people at Facebook full-time dedicated to GIF CT.
Okay.
The same, we have people at Twitter working with GIF CT, but we don't have, GIF CT doesn't
Okay.
have.
Yes, our answer is the same.
Does the GIF CT have a brick and mortar structure? If I want to go visit the GIF CT, could I do so? Ms. Pickard.
No, Congressman. We do host the database physically at Facebook.
Okay. Ms. Pickles?
No, our collaboration is 4 companies working together. We meet in person, we have virtual meetings. It's about collaboration, not about a physical building.
Ms. Slater?
That's right, nothing further to add.
So no brick and mortar structure, but I presume you have a Google Hangout or maybe a Facebook Hangout. I don't know how you would decide that. But Adhesive and Sealant Council, an association located in Bethesda, Maryland, and the Adhesive and Sealant Council, it has 5 full-time staff. It has a brick and mortar structure. And you all cannot get your act together enough to dedicate enough resources to put full-time staff under a building dealing with this problem. I think it speaks to the ways in which we're addressing this with this technocratic libertarian elitism. And all the while, people are being killed. All the while, there are things happening that are highly preventable. AI. Are there any AI systems that any of you all have that are not available to the GIF CT?
Congressman, yes, depending on how our products work, they all work differently, so artificial intelligence works differently. And we actually worked for some time on doing this. We had to come up with one common technical solution that everybody could use. We now have that for videos, and we do give it for free to smaller companies. But that's but one technique we have.
And please, just keep it, I just want to know if you have any AI not that the GIF CT doesn't have available.
Well, I'd also say that this isn't just AI, that's why we share URLs. Very low tech, low-fi, but if you're a small company and someone gives you a URL to content, you don't need AI to look at that. So I think that's why it's a combination solution.
Yes, nothing further to add to those comments.
Okay, my understanding is that there were no officially declared POCs for the GIF CT that were made public from each company until after the Christchurch shooting. I know that they were there, but they were not declared established POCs at each of your companies until after the Christchurch shooting 2 months ago. Is this the case?
Congressman, we have a channel that people can use that gets routed to whoever is on call from our company.
But is that the case that there were no established POCs? And this is the information you all have given me already. I'm just asking you to put it on the record. No established POCs at the GIF CT until after the Christchurch shooting. Is that correct?
Perhaps not publicly listed, but certainly people know who to
No established public POCs until after the Christchurch shooting.
Well, I draw a distinction between the POCs and the companies. We work together every week, every day. I think the point you're getting at is crisis response. I'm
getting to the fact that you're not taking it seriously because there's no public building, there's no full-time staff, there were no public POCs until after the Christchurch shooting.
Well, I think
that's what I'm speaking to. How is anyone supposed to think that you all take this collective action problem seriously If you have no one working on it full time, this is not something that technology alone can solve. This is a problem that we are blaming the entire industry for, rightfully so. And there are the smallest of associations in this town and throughout the country that do so much more than you do, and it is insulting. It is insulting that you would not at least apologize for saying that there were no established POCs prior to the Christchurch shooting. It was a joke of an association. It remains a joke of an association, and we have got to see this thing dramatically improved. Lastly, if there were terrorist content shown to be on your platforms by a public entity, would you take it down? So, Ms. Bicker, why, when the Whistleblower Association reveals that Facebook is establishing, through its AI platform, Al-Qaeda community groups, such as this one, a local business, Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, with 217 followers, I have it right here on my phone, by the Whistleblower Association. It is considered the most active of Al-Qaeda's branches or franchises that emerged due to weakening central leadership. It is a militant Islamist organization primarily active in Yemen and Saudi Arabia. Why is this still up? We have every right now to feel as if you are not taking this seriously. And by we, I do not mean Congress, I mean the American people. Thank you.